These are 5 items you should totally avoid as a filmmaker that YouTubers want you to buy on Amazon. There are a lot of items out there that YouTubers are completely pumping so they can get sales commissions on Amazon. And I'm guilty of it too. But what I'm sending you to buy is not something that's a complete trash and a waste of money. I'm going to talk about the 5 items that you can avoid purchasing that are a complete waste of money. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It helps the channel out. The first item I want to go through is on-camera video mics. This is a complete waste of money. Most of these video mics are not very good sound, and they're only good for scratch audio. And most cameras have decent microphones that you can create scratch audio with. That's audio you can sync up from your external recording device to your video footage. You don't need this. You just need a decent mic on your camera. And then something like DaVinci Resolve and Adobe Premiere will easily sync up the audio for you as close to perfect as it can get. Complete waste of money, complete waste of time. Unless you're going to take these microphones off your camera, something like the Rode, and you're going to attach them like Zoom H4Ns or a Zoom H5N or a Zoom H6 or an 8, or the list goes on, an F6, anything like that that's like a external recording device. You don't need an on-camera microphone. These microphones pick up camera noise, which are fans, zoom controls, anything else that's going on, shaking if you're hand holding it, if you're shaking just a little bit. These microphones pick up all that noise, are a complete waste of money and unnecessary for filmmakers. The next item I really want to talk about are these Gorillapods. Now, to be completely honest with you, all the stuff on this table, I never purchased. This was gifted to me from other studios. Maybe I bought out an entire studio, which I have done in the past, and I got other lights and other equipment that are useful, but a lot of the stuff that was including with the package deal was a bunch of garbage that I would never purchase. And this monopod is one of those pieces of garbage that I would never purchase. I would never rig a light or a camera to something so stupid as a Gorillapod. It's a complete waste of money. You may think, hey, it's cheap. It's only $25, $30. Complete waste of money, complete waste of time. For $20, $30, you can buy a couple of Manfrotto Maffer clamps or Mafer clamps, and that will get a better job done of hanging lights or hanging cameras in the sky. Gorillapods, complete waste of money, complete waste of time. One of the next items I want to really talk about is the table dolly. I've always heard this called a table dolly. So a table dolly is some skate wheels, and sometimes they have a ball head mount and sometimes they don't. This camera head is something that came with this tripod over here that I actually put on this table dolly. Although they're kind of cool for little product shots, complete waste of money. They're going to cost you $20, $30. Save your money, buy a decent slider or a decent tripod dolly. Anything like that is going to be much better than mounting this stupid thing to this table dolly. Now you can set the wheels to do whatever, and then you can do a little spin and rotate. I've had some fun with this, but for $20, $30, complete waste of money. Complete waste of time. Save your money, get you a gimbal, get you a slider. That'll be more beneficial to you than spending $20 on something you're only going to use in a studio setting. If you're mounting larger cameras, like maybe old school Blackmagic red cameras, the new Blackmagic 6Ks and 6K Pros, or even the 4K, complete waste of time and energy to purchase something as stupid as this. Say bye-bye. The next thing I want to talk about, these handheld stabilizers, or sometimes they will call them Steadicams. This is the furthest thing from a Steadicam that you could ever purchase. This thing costs $225 and is the dumbest purchase you could ever make. Number one is it's heavy. Once you put a camera on top of here and you try to hold this thing all day long with a camera, your wrist is going to wear out. Complete waste of money. You would be better off buying the next waste of money, and that would be something like a glide cam that comes with a vest, or Glide Gear is another company, Flycam, anything like this that has like a vest and you can put the camera, the stabilizer, or the sled on the vest arm, and then you can do your Steadicam things. Complete waste of money. Those things are so cheap that the arms on them, the balancing arms, are not going to give you the most stable shot. You would be better off saving your money and spending it on a gimbal. Even some cheaper gimbal like the Feiyutech AK4500 or Weeble, or even if you got the money to spend on a DJI RS3 Pro, that would be a much better purchase. And I think most people are smart enough to know now that purchasing a gimbal is going to be much better than purchasing some kind of camera stabilizer slash Steadicam ripoff bullshit. Complete fucking garbage. Okay, the last item I want to talk about, and that's the most important item to me in my camera package, is a tripod. So we talked about this stupid tripod head. This is not a film tripod head. This is not a videographer or even a cinematographer's tripod head, because this is more of a photography head, which came with this crappy tripod. So if I'm going out to do photography, sure, I would go cheap on photography because my camera doesn't really move. It's going to take long exposures and it just needs to sit there and not move. So this tripod's pretty decent for this. This is not the tripod I use for photography. I have a Manfrotto tripod that I really like that has a three-way head. I can pan and tilt and level it off any way that I want to, and then just not touch it, and then I can get those long, cool exposure shots. I would not use this cheap Amazon tripod, but for photography, you can get by with some kind of cheap tripod like this, but this is not a videography, cinematography tripod. Mostly because the head is not a fluid head, so you're not going to get smooth motions. Now, if you say, my camera's just going to sit there and do nothing, fine. If that's all you want it for, you don't need to pan, you don't need to tilt, fine. Static shots, that's what we call in the film industry, a static shot is a camera shot where the camera doesn't move. It just sits there and gets a static, non-moving shot. But if you want to pan, or you want to take your tripod head, your fluid head, and you want to put it on something like a Dana Dolly or a slider, then you want a tripod head that is completely fluid and is an actual filmmaker's, videographer's, cinematographer's head. So back here, I have two different heads, here and here. This is what they call a spring-loaded tripod head. This is complete garbage. You would be better off buying a Manfrotto 501 head, which is ancient technology, than you would some kind of cheap garbage video head like this that you're not really going to get good, smooth movements out. Compared to a 504. Now this is a low budget, what I consider low budget fluid video tripod head. And it is the perfect accessory to your cinematography, videography business. You will know right off the bat of how smooth this tripod head really is. And the way you can compare these is I own just about one head of everything. I have a Manfrotto 501, an old school Manfrotto 501 that I've kept around for years and never sold. I just keep it for smaller work, cheaper work, whatever I want. That 501 head is much better than the newer Manfrotto 502 head. And the 504 head is much better than my 502 head. You can really feel how smooth a real fluid head is compared to other heads out there. So if you want that smooth movement, you're going to go up here and then you're going to pan up to this way, pan and tilt. This is a pan and tilt up that way. You want a smooth movement. You don't want a jagged movement. You don't want to be like that. Even better, saving your money for something like a Sackler fluid head, much better purchase and will last you years to come versus one of these cheap video heads that you're not going to get smooth movement out of. I hope you like this video. I hope you go out there and like and subscribe, and don't be a sucker and don't fall for these YouTube, Amazon buying commission videos. All this stuff here is complete garbage, and I would never purchase this stuff. Again, if it wasn't gifted to me, I wouldn't own any of this. Most of this stuff I'm going to end up throwing in the trash or maybe selling to another sucker. Remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I've got more videos upcoming about some cool tips that you can do as a filmmaker to enhance your videos and your short films. And as always, remember to go out there and keep shooting.